Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
What up? Good morning, everybody.
My phobia is getting pulled over by the police.
Man, my heart dropped every time.
We are the morning show that you can watch at night. Did you know that?
Because it's teaching, in my personal humble opinion, young women that you don't have to really go out there and get a real job. You can look pretty and spend your days, see who you can date, and become Instagram famous. And then you too can be fabulous every day. It's an unrealistic expectation of you.
But we're going downhill from here.
Little balled up stomachs. And
nobody wants to own up to anything they've done to African American people over the past 400 years. You want to take everything that we got, everything that we brought this country. Forget, you know what? I love indigenous people.
I always talk about the movements. Why people keep doing stupid stuff and why I don't get the Black Lives Matter movement and all this other stuff. And then I'm like, well, why don't I just start my own thing?
A whole entire country was built on the backs of...
Hey, listen, y'all know what time it is. Mr. Lee Black, holla. Oh, my. Look at those words. Okay, holla at him for a second. This is not 9 minutes and 49 seconds sitting on somebody's neck. This is an officer doing a very difficult job, right? That should have been avoided before it happened.
Did you really mean that? And I was like, yes, absolutely, I did mean that. With my whole being and my whole heart.
TFG tonight with Brenton, Haynes and the morning team.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Oh, Serafina, thank you so much for that this morning. Hey, everybody, it's my day, and it is the last Monday before Christmas. Are you guys excited? Well, I guess, are you broke? Well, I guess we're going to find out if y'all don't give us no stickers, right? I'm just teasing. Good morning. Who's up this morning? Maybe Kim Jong-un, them? Maybe? I don't know. But good morning, everybody. Good to see y'all. Man, I hadn't seen y'all in like 7 days. Hey, Miss Adams. Are you doing all right? What's up, bruh? Y'all, I'm excited. We are about to have an amazing show, y'all. And guess what we're going to start doing? We're going to keep up with them Trumps. So when y'all come in and say, what's up? Give us a little change if you got something to spare. But if not, we finna get into this thing. Yes, ma'am. Keeping up with the Trumps. Y'all, listen. Trump came in our neighborhood this weekend. And, you know, for those of y'all that live in Texas, did y'all know? What's really funny about this is that Trump actually went to Mark Cuban's arena, the American Airlines arena. And I thought that was really funny. I didn't think they were cool. But I guess it don't matter how you feel about something as long as they money work, right? Yeah. So Trump and Bill O'Reilly, I mean, they've been... I mean, you just think like it's an old R&B group, right? You know, we had the Rude Boys, we had the Beastie Boys, them ignorant boys. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just playing. So yeah, so Trump's on tour now, y'all, and you know what he's doing, right? He's trying to make money. I mean, I've never seen anybody like have people pay for his legal fees, and he out here making money for these people. They just got too much money, man, to spare. Man, I need. Well, I ain't the right skin color, so it's okay. So y'all, I'm just letting y'all know Trump's out here. I don't know if he's gonna run or not, but what he is doing is stacking up that bank account. That's what he is doing. So, you know, on behalf of all those good old Republicans and those that love some Donald Trump, y'all keep giving that change, man. He'll be in a city near you. Sounds good to me. What? All right, y'all. Let's bring the family in, man. Let's get this thing going. Y'all, we got everybody in the house this morning. Look at him. He got a Yankee hat. She got on a what is that, Burberry scarf? And look at him. I mean, that's black up there, but that's black down here. I mean,
Well, I'm the man in black, and I'm gonna
you are,
always be black.
and you ain't Will Smith either. So
No, I'm not. I wish I had his bank account though.
yeah, but you don't want his problems though. It's
No.
okay.
I'm good on that other stuff. Yeah, I'm good.
I like it's
that.
funny. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna take that side street. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm finna do that. Good morning, y'all. Y'all doing all right this morning?
We good, brother.
I'm Just Taylor. Wow, you know what? Is that our producer?
That's
Thank
our
you.
producer.
I sure appreciate that, man.
That's Taylor.
Thank
Thank you, love.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, y'all. It's almost Christmas. Did y'all Black you shopping?
No,
I didn't think you would. Madam, you done shopping?
Man, I was on Amazon as we were on this thing. I'm trying to finish last minute.
Okay. Kenny, you ain't got nobody shop for either, do you?
No, sir.
Yeah, man. Look at him.
Okay.
Devin, it's just us, man.
But my grandbaby. But she
Okay,
good.
all
She's
right.
taken care of, so I can get her later.
Yeah, like Joe said later. I know that's right. But listen, this is the last time we'll see everybody before Christmas, and so at the end we'll talk about something Christmassy. Is that all right?
yes, sir.
I know I'll be throwing y'all a loop.
Are we gonna talk about Kwanzaa too?
If somebody's watching, they want to talk about Kwanzaa. I don't know. I mean, it's so much stuff to celebrate now.
I'm just keeping it black, brother. I'm just keeping it black.
That's it, man. Listen, no problem. We'll talk about Kwanzaa. I don't even. Is it the day before or the day after?
It's the day out. It starts the day after.
Okay. I ain't even know. See what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. We'll talk about Kwanzaa and all that. We say I'll send y'all my list. Please do, and I'll forward it to the penitentiary.
Brittany, I'm gonna tell you like my mama told me when we was little. I got you on income tax time.
I know that's right.
What? Yes, honey. Because listen, I know you ain't on the nice list. I know you on the naughty list, so you ain't getting nothing. Nah. All right, y'all. Let's get started. What we got to talk about, Mel? Yes, let's give it up for South Oak Cliff, man. Listen, South Oak Cliff.
Yes, sir.
They won the championship, y'all. It was a good game. Kenny, did you watch it?
I caught the highlights. I was traveling, but I was listening. I was, you know how you do. I was on my phone. I was just glad. I was glad that they were able to win it. For that community, South Dallas, if those that's not in the DFW, South Dallas area, that's predominantly us. Yeah. And it's not a bad area.
No.
Contrary to what you see.
Okay.
South Oak Cliff is not a bad area, so
they are regentrifying South Oak Cliff.
Right, exactly. and for South Oak Cliff to be able to win that first time in school history to win the state championship in football, and Texas football is big. It's awesome. It's dope, and they doing a big parade for them tomorrow, so it's gonna be dope. Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations, South Oak Cliff.
Just don't go down Camp Wisdom. Y'all go all other streets but Camp Wisdom.
Right. It's gonna be crazy.
They'll be cutting up, man. So yeah, man. So listen, they did it. I can't tell you if they're gonna do it again real soon, but shout out to them brothers, man. They gonna get a ring, man. So good job.
Sure.
What's up, Aaron? Good to see you.
What's up, Aaron? What's good?
Yeah.
Shantae. What's up? Yeah, South Oak Cliff. Unfortunately, Duncanville couldn't do it. I wish we could have had. Yeah, Duncanville got beat again, but shout out to Duncanville too for making it to the state championship game. So
all right, so good. So that's amazing. Hey, so I want to make an announcement, y'all, before we get deep into what we're gonna talk about, because we got a lot of good stuff to talk about this morning. But listen, New Year's Day, TFG TV, we're gonna do a 4-hour marathon. And I don't want to spoil not one thing about what we're going to do. But I'm going to just say all of us, we're going to be there, and a whole lot of other people. And we ain't going to have no coronavirus problem either, because everybody going to be wherever they're going to be. But I'm telling y'all, I'm excited about this marathon, man. We're literally going to tell y'all from the rooter to the tutor what this thing is really all about. So y'all got to watch. New Year's Day, that's the first, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all better check us out, man, because we'll have a lot of fun and we're doing a lot of preparation. So I'm excited for that. And so we've come a long way, but we got a long way to go. So it's time to celebrate, right?
Yeah.
Bad dog don't shake his own tail. Sad dog. Sad dog.
Right.
All right, ma'am. So let's go to work, y'all. The family's ready to talk and y'all ready to listen, and let's get smarter. What we got? Oh, average Joe Manchin. Listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all been with us for any length of time, y'all go run the tape. I told y'all the most powerful man that was going to be in Joe Biden's presidency was Honorable Joe Manchin. Now, I don't really know what he's doing and why he's doing it, but he listen. When they put, and okay, I'm not gonna say what I'm finna say. When the curtain closes and somebody gonna tell the truth about what's really going on, I don't know if this dude is a double agent, but I don't understand his plight. He don't want to go to the Republican side. He don't want to sign off on stuff. So basically, you know, for those of you guys that follow politics, this Build Back Better. Well, I'll just say it like this for most of y'all that really don't know. That $1,000 or $500 or $2,000 y'all were getting every month, like it stopped this month.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Manchin he was supposed to sign and agree to something, but that's the reason why they passed the other bill, because the progressive Democrats said, well, no, we really wanted to pass them both at the same time. But y'all president said, listen, I got it. I'm going to get them to do it. And I tell you, little average Joe done sit up there and gave that Joe a purple nurple. You remember the purple? He done twisted Uncle Joe's nipple so hard. He over there hollering now.
They gave him a wedgie.
Or something, right? Willie or something, because that joker done lied and got Joe Biden out here looking like a fool. And he mad. Got him looking like a fool, y'all. So listen, I mean, what's her name? Cortez. She got such a long name.
Oh, you talking about AOC? Yeah, just call it AOC.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. What'd you say? He's a Republican that could only get elected as a Democrat. Well, you know, that's funny, but Trump won that state by a lot.
Yeah, he won West
by
Virginia
a lot. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So Black, this is what I want to ask y'all. What game is he running? Is he a sucker Joe, or is he really playing for both teams?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Initially, this is where one of those times where I had to do my own due diligence, because while I despise all politicians, you know, I've been on the record saying that I don't trust any of them. I think they're all crooked as a hind dog's legs. Having said that, I went back and looked at his record. Here was the thing that was interesting. From his political background in West Virginia, he actually voted to impeach Donald Trump twice.
Right.
Twice. He's one of the few that actually did that.
They needed all the votes.
His voting record actually splits down the middle. So I'm going to say something about him just on the outside looking in that I very rarely would say about a politician. I think the man genuinely votes his conscience. I walked away from my research with a lot more respect for him than I had initially before doing my due diligence. Real talk, pardon the pun, is I think that they was trying to do some backdoor deals, and they thought he was going to go along just because he identifies as a Democrat. And I think in all seriousness, he's voting his conscience. This new slogan, buy back better, this and that. Papa Joe is only concerned about his legacy. He has a lame duck vice president in Kamala Harris. I think for all intent and purposes, this man is genuinely voting his conscience, and he doesn't want to be bullied. And I personally end up walking away with a little bit of respect for him as a politician, because his voting record suggests that he swings whatever his conscience tells him to do. And I'm okay with that.
Well, speaking of his conscience, this is one of the things his conscience said out loud. He said that if we give the Americans all that money, the poor folks all that money, that they're going to spend it on drugs.
Yeah, he said
and not
that.
on their kids. Now, I don't know. I hear you think he voted his conscience, but conscience?
Yeah, his conscience is whack too.
Who he is as a person. I'm just simply commenting. Yeah. You say, well, what do you think he's doing? I don't think he's a double agent. I think he genuinely votes his. Now, is he a racist, ignoramus, dumbass, crooked politician? All of them are. But if you asking me, do I think he is on either side? I think he votes his conscience based on. So if we could talking about who he is as a person, he's an elderly white man who still remembers a time when he could slap my black ass in the face.
Devin, what you think about what's going on around here?
I think he is one of those individuals, not just, it's a Republican and a Democratic thing, that believes that the current crippling of the economy is related to too many handouts. And I believe that he thinks that if you keep handing all these people everything, then no one's ever going to do anything. I mean, because it seems that right at this moment, it appears that very little people want to work. And a lot of rich people, especially a lot of rich white people, think that the people sitting up on welfare and getting food stamps are all crackheads because they have no association, no relatedness to that community. They have their own ideas of what the people are that are getting these stimulus packages, because they remind me of somebody similar to my sister, no disrespect, but she's somebody who would give you $100 and then tell you what you can spend it on. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I want you to take this $100 and go buy diapers and milk. And you may be like, I want to go buy some socks and shoes. And then she assume, you just going to blow it and spend it on such. And that's what they want to do. They feel like that if they keep giving people money, is not doing what they thought it would do, which is go back into the economy. So now they want to control you by saying, I'm gonna quit giving you money, so you'll take your black ass back to work. That's basically.
My goodness. Now listen, Kenny, I'm gonna throw this one at you because Lamar said something interesting. He said Joe Manchin said today that he's thinking about moving to the Republican Party, and that Mitch McConnell will gladly take him. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about that. The only reason Mitch McConnell will take him is because would make him the majority leader again.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Y'all, they playing some ugly game. Listen.
Yeah, that's politics. That's politics.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Go
a
ahead,
game.
Ken, speak on it.
No, it's politics, and nothing surprises me. I mean, the press secretary had already said that. What's her name? Psaki.
Yeah, Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki. She had said that they had already been in talks with Manchin for the last couple of months about this BB bill, better, and he was pretty much on board. See, this is the thing, you can't trust him because Joe Manchin, he's playing both sides, and you can't trust a man that play both sides. You either gonna be on one side or the other.
Yes.
And so I agree with Black on a lot of what he just said about his voting bill, but I don't trust him as a person, because at the end of the day, he's still a person that votes, and the person he is in West Virginia.
Yeah,
he already didn't show what he is. He playing the field. He playing the Democrats and the Republicans. He playing both of y'all. And I don't understand why does this particular dude out of a crap state, how does he have this much power to play these games?
Because
I don't get it.
Okay, Black, I'm finna let you have it. I don't want to say this though, but the problem with Joe been in that business for a very long time. Right. Joe Manchin been there a long time.
And he know how to play the game.
But here's the problem. If you slide your butt over there to the right now, it ain't the old right that you remember, Doc. Remember, Black just told us you voted to impeach Big Brother Almighty twice. So you're not gonna come over there and just act like everything's all right, because you know who hold a grudge? Donald, his son, his mama, his grandmama, if she's still alive, and his great-great-great-granddaddy in his grave. All of them hold grudges.
Right.
And so I don't really think you're gonna just have this warm welcome going over there either, brother. So I don't know what you're gonna do. You may go sit on that boat and go fishing. Hopefully you can get on Gilligan's Island or something. Because you ain't got nobody running with you now, Doc. What you got, Black?
So everything you said, Brother Kenny, I agree with you 1,000% in the sense that identify what side you walk on. Because I can say the same thing for Joe Biden. He's built an entire political career famously for walking across the aisle, as he said. And the reality is, if you have a man who voted twice to impeach him, and you take the power and you don't do anything with that power, who sold who out then? Yeah. Because we just identified one thing you got to respect about Donald Trump. Either you with him or you're not. He identifies you as a friend or an enemy, and he has that mob mentality. Whereas if your Uncle Joe, we can work with everybody.
Oh,
And I don't understand the fundamental nature of if you won and this man ran your party down in every possible way, but the moment you take office, here we are almost on the anniversary of the insurrection, and you still haven't done anything. So if I'm Joe Manchin, you let me down because I voted to impeach this man, and you didn't put the full weight of your office behind getting it done. Shame on you, not me.
I agree 100%. Go ahead.
I agree with that too. I just want to know what is the power that Joe Manchin holds that he can hold up bills? What is the power coming out of a crap state of West Virginia where he can hold up bills?
Because he has the majority vote.
It's the numbers. It's the numbers. It's not that. It just so happens that they split 100% down the middle, and they can't afford to lose not one vote.
That's right.
No, I get that. Right.
It's different from Democrats. They don't give a damn if the Democrats are right. They're still going to vote with Republicans. Where Democrats have this thing where we can share and we can. No, they don't understand the fundamental nature of you are my enemy. We can shake hands and play golf later. And it just so happens the way it's split, it puts Kamala Harris squarely in the middle of making the side to vote. And she is a lame duck vice president, probably the most we've ever seen in history.
Well, look here, Shazam done dropped in. I guess
look out
there. Good up in there. What's up, bro?
It started getting so good, I got sick of yelling at my phone. I have to take some executive privilege and power.
Come on in there.
Oh, we got a Donald Trump in the house. We got a
with his narcissistic butt.
This is a good conversation, and I just have to chime in on it.
Sure.
I agree with everything that Black is saying. And some of the stuff Devin said too. These Democrats, though, it's like Warnock, the guy in Georgia, he said something, I think it was yesterday.
Raphael.
He talked about how the Democrats are willing to all get together to change the rules to raise the debt ceiling, but they're not willing to do that for the right to vote, the vote whatever thing. So all these white folk races, all of them races is all politics. Shante said, "Where'd you pop up from?" The whole thing together. Just get on here. So I like the position that Joe Manchin is in. It's a power position, and he really can decide what happens right now. And the Democrats take for granted, just like they do with the black vote, that you just gonna side with us because you got a D beside your name, and that's not the case. They don't do work. They didn't got lazy. They don't do work no more. They just Biden just took for granted that you're a Democrat, you're gonna go with us.
Well, because that's what Republicans do. So that's what I'm saying. You can't. I mean, it's just like somebody who has a personality that they think everybody should have a personality. Well, just because you nice don't mean I'm nice, and just because your mama's sister slapped you in the face don't mean I'm gonna let her slap me in the face. That's you. So I get what y'all saying, but he been there so long, he don't care. He got his vote. Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, the state that he represents are not Democrats, really.
Yeah, they gonna vote for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to figure out, why does he have this power where he can call the shots? He's basically Manchin is calling the shots right now. He's calling the shots
because he's that one vote. They need all 50, and they ain't got them without him.
That's right.
Absolutely. And now they talking about they're gonna try to sway some Republicans, so they feel like they got a better chance of swaying Republicans than they do their own person.
Man, this whole government is an ish show. I want to say the SHIT, but
I'm with you.
This whole government is just an ish show, right?
And that's what everybody trying to figure out. What is it that you want, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Because he's not telling them what, I mean, because most of the time, you know, I remember that dude from what was it, Oklahoma, that when Barack was trying to pass that Obamacare, whoever that dude was that was holding up Obamacare, you know, he got free Medicare for life for his state. So he told him what he wanted. So it's like, Joe Manchin, what you want, man? What is they willing to break the bank for whatever you want? And he just saying, I don't want nothing. I don't know. Maybe it just
he know, and he's told the people who need to know. You know, everybody in politics can be bought, will be bought, has been bought. He has an agenda, and that the Republicans right now are serving that agenda, but he's not going to lay it all out there or do exactly what they say until he knows he can have what he wants. They all have agenda. They all want a certain powerful position, and they'll throw their mama under the bus.
And let me add this one last part too, in the interest of time. We're shooting the messenger here, but you know what we haven't talked about? The policy itself. Buy back better. It's a bad policy. We don't want to admit that. We don't want to admit the amount of money they're willing to allocate to throw at a slogan that in the end does jack shit.
And that's it.
Well, and I'm not gonna argue with you there, but it's the distraction, right? Listen,
right.
I'd rather take something than nothing, because the bottom line is they ain't doing nothing for nobody. So you might as well take what they give you, and whatever they gonna do. Listen, they literally are not trying to do what's best for this country, because if they were, they would be looking towards the future, right? We would be trying to get down the debt. But y'all keep raising the ceiling as though like the money gonna come out of somewhere. But
it wasn't like the last administration did anything to help this economy either.
Bro, he added it by $3 trillion.
I mean, I know some business benefited from it. Don't get it wrong. I get it. Some businesses did, but overall, the last administration didn't do a whole lot. They added to this deficit as well.
I don't know about that. You don't think the economy was better under Trump?
Bingo. Let's be honest now.
But we haven't had but almost a year under Biden though. Let's give him another.
He haven't done anything.
Yeah, let's see. Let's wait. Let's be honest. It wasn't because of Trump. Trump inherited some good stuff too, guys. Y'all better stop it.
Okay. I don't want to take that left.
All right. Let me take a sip of water. Let me take a sip of my water.
Y'all messed the whole show up. We took that left. So wait. So okay, I don't take that, but I will agree to this moment. Biden knows that Trump hangs his hat on what he brought to the economy, but Joe trying to do it a different way. And Manchin is like, I don't care what neither one of y'all doing. I ain't finna do that. And that's really, I hear y'all, and that's the truth. And I got
hear everybody too, but
but at the same time,
I get it.
It's hurting other people.
Yes.
And the reality is that it don't matter. See, Manchin gonna get on this little boat, and the reality is Joe Biden ain't gonna help the way he think he gonna help. And so I guess my thing is, we're gonna just take what we can, but it does nobody good when nobody's doing nothing.
There's more to it though. There's a whole lot more to it that they're not saying. Joe Manchin came out and said that Biden knows why that he's not voting for it, and there's something going on with they staffers. He mentioned something about staffers. He said there's a reason that I'm saying no. Biden knows it, his administration knows it, but they're not gonna tell y'all, and because they're not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna tell you.
But
they know why.
The problem with all this ambiguity.
But they said he was on board just a couple of months ago. So
something happened. That's right.
There was negotiations. There was the stuff that he wanted, perhaps for his state. I don't know. But there was stuff that he wanted, and they obviously didn't make good on it. They just assumed that he's gonna go with them no matter what.
You know what?
Politics.
The moment right here would be great to have that Andrew Gillum picture up right now.
Yes,
please don't put that picture up.
Because that's the problem. That's the problem, right? Somebody got a picture of Joe on that. They ain't supposed to have. So somebody got something like that on Joe Manchin, and he wanted it back. He said, "Now get the man his picture back, and y'all messing with the folks' money. Now get a man a picture back."
I don't believe that. Thank you for letting me come on, Brenton.
Yeah, man. I think you gonna come on another time too, because we got some more stuff to talk about. So we may see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. All right then. Well, thank y'all so much, Joe Manchin. I guess we'll eventually either see the picture or find out what you got going on. So that's what it is. He says full of crap. Well, I guess I don't know. We'll find out one day. And guess what? When we do, the family gonna talk about it.
Yes,
you
sir.
best believe it. All right, man. What we got next? Oh, we ain't talked about this joke in a while. Oh man, but this was interesting to me, y'all. Listen, little Derek Chauvin. Y'all know who Derek is, right? Dirty Derek. You know, the one that took George Floyd's life. Man, so He's still in jail. Nothing's changed. But I had to rub my eyes when I saw this. I said, Derek Chauvin plead guilty to violating civil rights for George Floyd? In what country did that make sense? Like, I don't. Did he find the Lord in jail? Did something happen in that cell that made him? If he come back, I don't know if y'all ever seen that Forrest Whitaker show, The Godfather of Harlem.
I love it.
Man, do you remember that episode where they were gonna get that dude and they brought some big old boy from prison to get his attention? I wanted some big old boy went and got his attention right quick and say, "You better not have a problem." Okay, well, let's start this thing. Black, why did he plead?
Oh, this one is simple. This is
simple. I like
this shows you that even though he's already been convicted, his attorney still was working in his behalf. By pleading guilty, he avoided having those other charges tacked onto a sentence. Now the guilty allows them to run concurrent.
Okay, now break that down now. Break that down. The family like it simple. Can you simplify a little more? Give me Sesame Street.
He already was found guilty, of his death, but they still had other charges pending. Had they did separate trials,
this gonna prolong the sentence.
Exactly. He basically saved the prosecutor's money, saved the state's money, and by pleading guilty, it's essentially like, okay, you're already doing time, so we're gonna attack as guilty, and you're gonna, let's say if they gave him 10 years, they'll run alongside of the sentence he's already doing. Right. So they get to run concurrent.
So basically, he waved the white flag.
Manipulation of the justice system that works for them that would not work for us.
Right. Gotcha. So he's waving the white flag. Yes. All right, you got me, guys. But go ahead and give it up to me all at once. Don't let me wait. Y'all hear that, family? Y'all see how the system works? But you better not try it because you the wrong M&M color. So don't try it. Don't try it. Devin, did you see it the same way?
No, I didn't see that. That man would never wave the. He would never wave the white flag. He would never do that. He wouldn't. He just
wave the white sheet. That was
look, dude. They're still trying to come after you and hang you because they're still trying to make an example out of you. So, but they said if you go on and plead guilty to this is what will happen. There's no worse charge that you can have than the initial charge. So it's not hurting you. Like by being like, it doesn't matter what they find you guilty of. If they say you slapped Sadi Mama, say guilty, and it don't matter because you're still going to get out in the same amount of time. But if you fight it and they come after you, opposed to doing all 18 charges in 20 years, you may do 18 charges time 20 times 18 years. So that's what he did. They don't have any compassion. He's just. I'm saying? He just had a lawyer who was smart that told him,
Mm-hmm.
why not? He has no guilt, no conscience, anything like that. He just had a lawyer who told him, and it doesn't matter what you get convicted of because of who you are and what you've done. As soon as you get out, you'll be fine because there are people that have advocated for you and you'll be okay. You write a book, win $1 million, and you'll be done.
Yep.
Look at y'all. Kenny, can you put a little more sauce on this thing?
Hey man, y'all just got the entree from our morning show. Family members, they said it eloquently. This ain't had nothing to do with him caring about George Floyd or his conscience. It's about his lawyers knowing how to manipulate the justice system and know how it works. So that's all. Just saving taxpayers' money in Minnesota, saving them, like Black said, just saving the prosecutors so they won't have to go through this whole thing all over again. And now his sentences will run concurrent. That's all it is. So don't think Derek Chauvin give a damn about George Floyd because he didn't, because he put his knee on his neck for 9.5 minutes. Always remember that.
Yep. Deep booty Derek, that's what I call him. DBD. Deep booty Derek was trash, is trash, gonna always be trash, and he'll be even more deep booty Derek when he get out. So let's just
what happened to Lee?
DBD. That's what our sister Devon said. Devin said
my goodness. Is that the same? That girl is born. That's BBD. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, that's BBD. Yeah. No, this DBD. That's BBD.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, listen, y'all. I agree 100%. Derek is looking out for one only, Derek. And unfortunately, he took the L, but he want to get out because you're right. He got millions waiting on him. Because just like OJ did it, and I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Remember, OJ came out and wrote a book too. If I did kill her. So don't y'all start tripping when Derek come and say, if I did do it. We almost
but he'll keep his money. They took OJ's.
Well,
OJ didn't even get to smell that check. They were already waiting on it. He'll keep all his money though.
But speaking of the juice, y'all know he's off of parole in the state of Las Vegas. He's off of parole now. Early. They released him on early parole. So the juice is off of parole.
Don't worry, he'll say something stupid and be charged.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's
he will.
It. Hey,
yeah, he will.
Because he ain't black, he OJ.
Right, exactly. There you go.
So that's the reason why don't nobody care. So very good. All right, then. Thank y'all so much, Derek. But we'll see y'all when you get out. All right, man. What we got next? First it was Megan, Pete. Now, Kim, I tell y'all, these folks are setting these kids up for failure because they think they gonna make it by doing ignorant stuff as they're young, and then life just gonna sell itself down for y'all. This is not reality, y'all. It's cool. I ain't finna hate on them, but I'm just telling y'all. Tell your kids this is not reality. You don't go make a sex tape and then become a lawyer. You go make a sex tape and then you're gonna need a lawyer.
I don't know. I don't know though, brother Brenton, in this climate.
You see me like, well,
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Well, okay. I'm just listen. Y'all can flip a coin if you want to and call it heads or tails, but I'm just telling y'all, it don't work like that for everybody. So listen, Kim Kardashian. Matter of fact, she didn't believe it. She said, "Oh my, OMG," right? She couldn't even believe it. She passed her bar. Matter of fact, they call it a baby bar. I don't really know why they call it a baby bar. Maybe she's just gonna be a court. What do you call them? Assistant clerks or something. I don't know. But she passed the bar. One thing I thought was interesting. They didn't want to tell us what she made.
They said they couldn't release those. Those numbers were private, confidential. Yeah.
And listen, I'm all for women's independence and more power to the women. I got it. I just feel like this is a little bit far-fetched to me. You know what I'm saying? Because she's already got money. So she's only, I don't even know why she's really doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's not for a career. Her baby daddy will give her more in child support than she could ever get, being a lawyer. So I'm just saying. So Devin, I'll let you speak on this first. Is this something the lady should be applauding? Or
listen. All for women's empowerment and the whole shebang. But Kim K is trying to lessen the stigma that she's a dumb, ignorant blonde who can't string two sentences together and hold an intelligent conversation with a moose. Nobody believes that she is going to be anybody's lawyer. If she is, it's because she paid for it. Because let's be honest, with the right amount of money, you can be anything you want to be. You got celebrities who got honorary doctorate degrees from colleges and ain't stepped a foot in an actual college classroom. So let's be real. But I don't believe this baby boy. I don't even know what a baby boy is. It's probably one of them same like them tests you take in high school when you get into like a, you know what I'm saying, like a criminal justice course or something.
Oh, like remedial. Okay.
I ain't trying to be funny. I don't know if y'all have ever just sat and listened to Kim Kardashian talk and speak. She speaks like she has no common sense. She talked like somebody who went to private school and she got through because her mom and them was worth $1 million and because she is a Kardashian. I don't know the purpose of wanting to be a lawyer other than, like I say, she's trying to make herself seem more intelligent. I think she has goals in life. Listen to what I'm telling y'all on this day. Kim Kardashian will run some form of politics at some point in her life. She has a motive. she has plans for what she wants to do. When they let dumbass Donald Trump in politics and in the White House, that allowed other people who are in reality TV shows, and you'll see Instagram thoughts, everybody will be running for president in the next several years. And that's what she's doing. She has a goal. She has a motive. And it's all about them making more money. But that girl ain't passed the bar exam no more than I have. My boy is a lawyer. My homegirl is also a lawyer.
Yeah, but you know the
baby boy. It's fake. It's fake. It's a test that one of her cousins wrote up and told her she did well on it. And all she had to do was spell bar, because that's about as intelligent as I believe she is.
Kenny, I mean, Lamar said it's a first year law student exam, so I guess it's remedial classes.
Yeah, I did the research on it. California is the only state that does this so-called baby bar, and it's for first year law students. So it's not it's not the real bar where they're allowed to take this exam like 2 or 3 times and to pass it. You know, with the pandemic that happened in 2020, they gave them an extra time to take it. So that's how she passed it. So it's only allowed in the state of California. The other states don't do this baby bar. So technically, I mean, she's not a practicing lawyer. She can go and practice law on certain civil suits and stuff like that, but like a criminal attorney or nothing like that, no, she can't do that at this point. But Shantae did say something that I understood. I think that a lot of it is because, you know, her dad, Robert Kardashian, was an attorney who was one of OJ's. Speaking of OJ, he was an attorney for OJ for that. So I think that's probably was part of her motivation. And also she worked with Van Jones. If y'all know who Van Jones is, he was on CNN about prison reform. She was doing work with him under Trump's presidency, and she worked with them, and they were able to get a couple of people released from prison. So I think it's just her little feel-good thing that she makes feel like that I'm giving back to society, and not just that videotape that you saw Ray J going up in me. So she had to do something to make her feel something good.
Well, Black,
that's just my personal
opinion. So she took the PSAT for lawyers, I guess.
Man may be the last black man that hit it, because Kanye does so bad that she messing with just trash like dude. She just
Pete Davidson look like a ghost, don't he? Don't he look like a ghost? But Pete be pulling on women for what I heard. So there you have it.
Supposed to be packing.
Is he?
The rule is that the word is that he's packing. So
packing what? Cocaine?
You know, his exes have come out and said that quiet as kept. He ha while he funny. He packing.
Okay.
Well, I got my handgun license.
I do appreciate the work she did with the prison reform, though. I do. I have to give her that. I must say.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
DJ says insulting these honorary degrees, in my opinion. But she's still okay. Yes, sir. That's fine. All right, Black. What you got on this one?
Fine if you pay for it, just like him.
Yeah.
So while I don't disagree with anything shared by Sister Devin and brother Kenny,
fair enough.
Don King says only in America.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of her. Believe it or not, she's everything you said she is, Sister Devin. Everything she says she is. Dumb as a rock, dumb blonde. She's a hoe, but she happened to be living in a time where hoes is winning. Megan Thee Stallion just got her degree, and she shook and twerked and everything, and the world is celebrating her. I love me some Beyonce. Beyonce's not the brightest bulb in the pack. She can sing her ass off, but if you ever listen to her talk, she's not that bright. But she's been brilliantly being able to step forward and do her thing. So I'm not taking anything away from these people. I think this is more. I see more in this than people see in this. I love what she's done. This is another classic example of white privilege and where you can rewrite history. When we think about the Kennedys, the Brockwells, and in case you don't know who Brockwell is, they own a candy. Some of these people own the color purple and the color black. But how did they get their start? They were bootleggers, drug dealers. The Kennedy family was drug dealers of their day. Yeah. They slept with Marilyn Monroe. They were hoes in their time, but the Kennedy name means something. What Kardashian has been able to do is to take an act that only in America you could suck dick and arise to the level that you are as famous as you are. Only in America. And she's been able to take that and parlay that into not just rich wealth. And so by cleaning up that name, you're right. Nobody's going to remember what score she got, whether she scored 100 or 65 and just barely squeaked through. The reality is she passed that baby bar, and she's managing through time to wipe the stain off of her name. And that one act has allowed her sisters, who holds as well, to be able to use that same name and to rise up through the ranks and be who they are, selling cologne, perfume, jeans,
makeup.
You name it, they're able to do it and get credit for things that we as people can't get credit for. So her alliances and networking with Van Jones and people of that nature, it has allowed her to use these connections and in living in the right state and being the right color and come along at the right time, that in 2020, don't nobody come after me for this, but if you gay and you a hoe, this is your time.
but you can't be one or the other. You got to be both.
If you're both, you're even better.
Hey, y'all come get my boy Black. Y'all know he wilding out. Come on, come get him. Come get him.
Well, Black, I need to add though. You
I'm
can
messing
be
with
gay
you.
and
You
be
know
a hoe,
you my dude.
but you also have to look a certain way and come from a certain family.
That's true.
Because I know a lot of gays and a lot of hoes and a lot of gay hoes, and they still broke uneducated.
You're right. You're right. You absolutely right. What's the girl that was a runner that we talked about on this very show?
Shakari.
Yeah.
I said it on this very show when she won that first race and everybody would. I said that you could have got that snatch for a Happy Meal last week. She won that race. Everybody thought she was going to sin. She's the wrong color.
I mean, Kim Kardashian had everybody having leaked sex tapes, and now they just got leaked sex tapes and waiting on that stimulus check. So, like,
you're right, Devin. You got to be the right color, come from the right pedigree, and again, and if you're able to do that, you can parlay hoeing into wealth.
Don't y'all listen to that. Y'all gonna be just like DPD, Deep Booty Derek, all messed up on the inside. Trying to your big chicken, it ain't gonna come.
Let me get Auntie and Uncle. What both y'all drinking tonight?
Well, I don't know what they on.
I'm drinking green tea. Y'all don't know.
It's something in that tea. You talking about big booty Derek? Black talking about hoes and gays, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this show that went off the rails.
I'm just saying.
Lord have mercy. I guess so. You put Pete Davidson with the gays, and then Kim Kardashian, and then it all comes out to Derek Chauvin. I'll let y'all figure all that
out. This is a heck of a pre-Christmas show. Hey, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
Please. Just don't open up that present that Justin Timberlake told y'all to open up.
Allegedly, DJ. Allegedly, Big Booty Derek gonna have y'all messed up. Allegedly.
Okay, all right. Let's move on for sister, because I know she ain't drinking that green tea, honey. She got some of them. She got some of them happy pills in that.
There's some Henny in that tea. Some
gummies or something. Yeah, that's a different leaf in that thing, honey. All right, let's keep it moving. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, little boy. What we got next, man?
Lord have mercy.
And
then I gotta come follow all this. It just so happens now I got to come be I don't know how I'm gonna transition from this.
Just make it all right.
Man, my family can't take y'all nowhere, boy.
Nowhere.
Y'all just like roaches when you turn the lights on. Y'all running everywhere.
Oh my God, acting a fool.
Anyway, we're gonna start off. I gotta give Miss Devin. I always gotta give her a little Cowboy report. Cowboys have run 3 games in a row. They beat the Giants 21-6. So
we struggle with that one though, but
it happens. It happens. They the number 2 seed in the NFC as of right now.
My goodness.
Cowboys the number 2 seed behind those Packers. I had to put that in there. So that's our NFL football report, and also this COVID outbreak. I don't know if y'all been under a rock, but the NFL has been hit. They've had like 70 cases of positive COVID-19 just this week.
They got a game every day this week.
Yeah, they got a game. Yeah, they just had a game tonight. Cleveland and the Raiders. Raiders end up winning on last second last-second field goal, and the Bears and the Vikings are playing right now. I know, Shante. I know. How about them Cowboys? I get it. All right, we're gonna move on from that. So no, but we're gonna talk about beyond prime time, Coach Prime and those Jackson State Tigers.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, Saturday they played in the Celebration Bowl versus South Carolina State. South Carolina State was like, we ain't having it. We love you, Dion, but we getting ready to put these whooping on your boys. Jackson State ended up losing 31-10. But even though Jackson State lost, just the magnitude of HBCUs and what's going on right now when it comes to college football recruiting, Coach Dion has totally flipped the script. And I will say that, and I'm going to talk specifically about this young man out of Georgia named Travis Hunter, 6'1", 165-pound defensive back. He was the number 2 recruit on ESPN 300 list. He's the number 1 recruit on Rivals.com, the number 1 recruit in the country on 247sports.com. He had been committed to Florida State, which ironically is Deion Sanders' alma mater, since March of 2020. Deion was able to go in there and get this young man to go bring his talents to Jackson State. He said, and I quote, paraphrase, Travis Hunter said, I want to be a part of HBCU football. I think that the history is there. I just want to go and make my name, and I want to be a part of history. So
that's it, man.
Here's the thing. The landscape is changing. What do you guys think? Are we going to see more of these 4-star, 5-star athletes, especially that look like us, go to HBCUs? Or you just think this may be just something that's just a fad right now?
So this is what I think. I think if they keep cracking down on those kids not being able to make money the way they were getting money, because I'm gonna be honest with you, now giving them the opportunity to get money off of their likeness, they don't need old man Rivers money when you come out the locker room with the envelope. Now you can make your own money. So they've actually leveled the playing field, which probably is going to shoot them in the foot, to be honest with you, because now people are going to want to be with people they admire. So if you get more NFL players like Dion to go coach, well, man, shoot, man, I think they're going to have a problem on their hands. But they'll, what I've learned about people in this country, they'll move the goalposts again. And when they're ready to get back on top, they'll stop things from happening. They'll say, well, you can't get this, and all of a sudden, then the good old boys back to getting them good old workhorses again. So I was interested though. I didn't know he was a cornerback, and I said that made more sense. I thought he was a quarterback, and I was like,
no, he's a cornerback.
So when you see the top prospect quarterback go to HBCU, I think we're really making some moves then.
Devin, what you think about it, Miss Devin?
I think it's a great thing, but I don't think it will stay great. I think it will be trendy for a while, almost fad-like, and then there'll be some way to be a setback and the narrative will change. But for the moment, I think it's worth celebrating because, HBCUs wasn't even something someone like myself had heard about. That wasn't even something I aspired to do, in school. But I think it's great now and kids will want to do that. But unfortunately, when other schools start losing money because they're not getting the best of the best coming to them, they'll figure out a way to kind of change the narrative and change the playing field. It's just, it is what it is. Money talks. Y'all know that.
Right. Black, what you think about it, brother?
I agree 1,000% with Miss Devin. It's a beautiful thing, and it does open the door. But as she said, and Brother Brenton said as well, appropriation, of our culture is a real thing, and so initially it's going to open the door, and oh my God, you can go to an HBCU and be with your own kind and this and that, but it's like anything else. Miss Devin is right. Once you start taking food off of the others' plates, they're going to figure out a way to swing the pendulum back. And historically, that's where it's always been. Once upon a time, if you looked at how we got in trouble with the housing crisis, it's because they, at one point in time, was able to buy houses, cars, and things, and then file Chapter 7 and still keep those things. Well, once we figured out, how that worked, they put a cap on it.
Yes, sir.
There was a time in education where you could be a professional student. How many doctors, lawyers, people out there have multiple degrees in horticulture and foreign languages and that? Once we figured out that, hey, you can use student loans to do this and that, they put a cap on it. It's going to be the same way with this. It's going to open the doors. It's going to be great. And so we need to be a step ahead of the game and understand that it's coming, but we get comfortable and we get blindsided, and we don't have to be. We can see this coming far away. It's going to happen, folks. And so learn the system and learn where the cracks are, and then stay ahead of the game.
I agree. Hey, everybody was on point. I agree. I had the question asked: would I allow my son to go to HBCU if he was pretty good in football at this point? And I would be like, heck yeah, I would. Why wouldn't I want my son to go to be in the hands of Deion Sanders? Because let's go ahead and be honest with you. You know, Deion Sanders got connections.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, I would want my son to be able to get a education, but also be connected with somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
And that's what's important, right, bro? That you said that.
And it's important. So I hope a lot of black parents look at it from that perspective, because not only is it Deion Sanders, you got Grambling State that has now a head coach that coached in the NFL, Hugh Jackson. He was just hired at Grambling State. So I hope my black mothers specifically and black fathers don't turn your nose up at HBCUs, because this is really where we need to have our kids at anyway, right, in my opinion.
And I think you got to turn the court on both sides, right?
Yeah.
That schools, y'all can't just say, oh, well, this is a good coach like Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong, ain't nobody know who Charlie Strong is. Who gonna no? We need to have powerful people like Deion Sanders that take over those schools. It's cool that you brought a black coach in there that got a winning record. So what? So what? That's not what's going to get it done. It's about going to the next level. There is nobody that can take away Deion's shine. You know what I'm saying? Right. But y'all gonna have to set the bar just that high. So if y'all want these kids to come, don't be trying to hustle us because you got the winningest coach in high school.
Right.
So
yep.
No, get the best running, one of the best running backs of Emmett, Barry, somebody that people can respect their game and also respect their clout. Yeah. So don't get it twisted, man. Yep. Don't do us like that.
All right. So that's been your TFG Sports Report, and I calmed us down for a minute. I was going to talk about something else, but I'm like, nah, we won't talk about that. We'll move on.
Okay, all right. It's your spot, Doc. Call it how you see
it. Y'all want to talk about it? We're gonna talk about a quarterback that he got some warrants issued on him. Y'all want to talk about that? Y'all want to talk about Deshaun Watson?
Go ahead.
Well, we're gonna talk about it. Well, Deshaun Watson hadn't played all season. He's still getting paid. But guess what?
Man.
A judge reportedly, no, it ain't reportedly, he did. A judge signed search warrants for several of Deshaun Watson's social media accounts, according to ABC13.com. The warrants reportedly include access to all platforms of his social media, Facebook, Instagram, Cash App, and details allegations from 9 women that the Texans quarterback coerced them into sexual encounters. Now, if you don't know what coerce means, I looked it up for everybody. Coerce means to persuade to do something by using force or threats. My question is, how can you persuade somebody to do something over social media? Right, but anyway, I want you guys' thoughts on this whole and let me say this: he hasn't been charged with any criminal crime as of December 17th. He hasn't been charged. He's being investigated by Houston PD and the FBI, and there is supposedly a court hearing coming for him on these allegations in February of next year. So I just want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this new information on Deshaun Watson.
Well, I agree with Shantae. Poor Deshaun, because this is huge to me. You know, unfortunately, this generation they live out their lives in full living color through social media. Now I look at the faces on this panel, and getting to know everybody here. You know, you viewers, you know about us what we choose to let you know about us. Yeah. But now one person on this panel, I couldn't tell you what your house looked like. I don't know what you drive. I don't know what you ate for dinner. I don't know anything about your relationships. You let us in on what you choose to let us in. But this younger generation, they do live their life for likes and whatnot, and their social media digital imprint is so important that they put their entire lives on this thing. I can click on people's pages right now and tell you all those things I just mentioned, where they live, what their kids drive. Look at little Bootsy, you know. And unfortunately, when you talk about the word coerced, that can be twisted, and social media is a very part of it. If they can prove that through Cash App, he offered money tit for tat, they can spend this the way they want to. They just tried and convicted my man, Free R. Kelly, that he under the RICO statute, like he was a drug kingpin.
Right, like he was right.
Like when in fact, all he did was get a few hoes to call him daddy. I do that all the time. But anyway,
that's all he did.
Having said that, these were grown ass women, you know. You know, thank God that I use a fake name all this year. They'll convict my family.
Yeah, but you stupid.
Anyway,
crazy.
Having said that,
so I tell you, it is a massage thing. Yes, this is still a massage.
Whatever they want. And so if they can use that against him, where he sent money and made comments, and they can tie a case together, he may be in more trouble. Now, his attorney seems to think he's going to be exonerated.
Yeah,
that is going to work in his favor. So I truly hope this young man has not fallen into that trap where he's left a digital footprint out there. But this is a lesson, folks. Use social media. Don't let it use you.
Miss Devin, what you think about it?
I've always kind of been kind of on both sides with the Deshaun Watson thing, because I've been myself in positions with men of, I'll say, of influence or status or money, who these particular men, I will say, they walk, talk, and treat you a different way than a man that I met at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? They are very, they try to come off intimidating. They make little threats like, do you know who I am and what I could do to you, and I could ruin your life, your whole career, and that's kind of the way a lot of men, not all of them, because I know all of them not like, and I don't know anything about his particular situation, but I know a lot of men of power and so-called status like to use that in a way to intimidate and to coerce women into doing things that they may not do if it was just an average Joe. You know what I'm saying? So I would never like say anything, because I don't know all these women. And it kind of frustrates me, because I do know of a lot of women who take advantage of men like him with this power and this money to come back after them at some point and sue them and do civil suits, but they don't file charges and things like that. So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm curious to know what the evidence shows. And if he was in the wrong, I hope it is used as a lesson to a lot of men of this status and this power, that today in this quote unquote Me Too movement, you can't just do and say what you want to women and just get away with it. Unfortunately.
Interesting. I get it.
So I'll say this, and I think if they had something on him, they'd have been done got it. I think what they're doing is they're playing it out in the public's eye because they want him to be tried in the public's opinion. Mm-hmm. They want to drag him in the mud, right? Mm-hmm. They want to make his name so dirty that, they're going to treat him like they did Michael Vick. But even Michael Vick recovered. So I'm going to just tell, man, just like Black said, man, do what you do with those that want to do it with you, but don't get caught up in this stuff, man. I know, take your money, but all money ain't gonna be good money, because you're gonna have to pay a lot to kind of you know, you're gonna need to get you one of them Olivia Popes to kind of clean your image up again.
Shantae, can I speak on Shantae just said I'm curious as to why charges haven't been filed. And I hate to say it, but money talks, y'all. And there have been women in the past who have claimed to have been actually raped. You know what I'm saying? But when you come from nothing, have very little, never had nothing, and somebody says, "Hey, we'll give you $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 if you don't file and sign this, NDA or this cease and desist," then we'll make it all go away. And we know of some very large celebrities who have been rumored to do the same to make, they tend to know how to make certain things go away so that charges aren't filed, because they do have the Olivia Popes on their side. And you are a massage therapist who you make $30,000 a year, and we can make it where you'll never be a massage therapist again, or we can give you this $400,000 and shut the hell up. So there it
is. And I would say this, and then I'm gonna toss it back to you, Brother Brenton. There was a deal in place. Just another little tidbit. It's like 23 civil lawsuits against Deshaun Watson. There had been reports that 19 of those were willing to settle out of court. Deshaun Watson and his attorney were willing to settle out of court, but four of the plaintiffs didn't want to. Wow. And also remember that I think all of these women are being represented by the same attorney, Tony Busby. So that's another nugget in this situation. So yes, this was almost on the verge of being settled out of court, but four of the women decided not to, and they all are represented by the same attorney.
And quick unrelated statement just to men in general, when you put all this money in the hands of these young men, these young Black men who a lot of them come from underprivileged, low socioeconomic areas, you put all this money in their hands, but no one's giving them the tools that they need to be able to migrate through this world. You know what I'm saying? You give them this money and they think they, 20 feet tall and bulletproof, but that's not the reality. They can, what I'm saying, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Just they need something more on the front end, on the back end of that, before you put all these millions in these young men's hands. Because a lot of them can't handle it and they just make horrible decisions.
Right. Well, it starts at the house, and whether men and women believe it or not, that's why it's important to be prepared to be a father and a mother, because these things like that, they come back to bite you, right? Because if you have a solid, and I'm not saying every kid that got a mom and a daddy don't do nothing wrong, but it helps if you got a good mom and daddy. So said that looks bad if Ford wouldn't take the money and run. Doesn't look good. I mean, again, we'll see. I mean, Deshaun is one of tens of hundreds of football players.
Who knows if he'll ever play again. I mean, we don't know. So anyway, that's
Maybe
TFG Sports that's TFG Sports with Kendrick. All right, y'all go back to drinking. Let's go.
They've been doing it, Doc. I'm telling you, been doing it. Matter of fact, if y'all go back and run the tape, they both did it at the same time. All right, man. What we got next? We almost out of here. I think we got a couple more. Okay, yeah. So listen, last week we talked about teachers and how they got paid, and I thought this was so interesting, y'all. So there's a young lady, and I want to say this: that police officer who did the little press conference, he trash. This clown want to hold the girl picture up the whole time he interviewing,
and then calling her a girl.
Yeah, man, put that picture down, dummy.
Yeah,
You know
I watched it.
Yeah, man. So this young lady, she her name was Ayana. Okay. I wish I'd just give the kids regular names. But Miss Davis, right? 20 years old. She was number one. You don't need to be 20 years old substituting no 18 and 17-year-old kids. You the same age as them, dummy. What kind of sense does that make, number one? Right? I know it's hard to find some, but you just graduated 2 years ago. What the heck you doing substitute teaching classes? That probably your ex-boyfriend. Anyway, so this young lady, she's 20, and she's sleeping with the kids. I said, I know this boy's 17, 18. And you know what I'm saying?
Younger, I believe, though.
You think he's younger?
Well, they said 16 or younger. They wouldn't give
Yeah, they wouldn't get the age. They saying he was 16 or younger. Yeah.
Even still. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I know it's hard out here, and there's just so many ways you can see this unfold in a very bad space. But again, I just think the people who's hiring these people are not setting them up for success. And I'm not excusing what the girl did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really look at that like abuse. As men, you that age, you look at it like a badge of honor. You just knock something down.
Right.
So we don't look at that like abuse as boys, right? We look at it like, yeah, that's what I did. But again, as you get older, you know, you get grown, you're like, yeah, no, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. But I mean, we could talk about it. You know, Kenny, I mean, what you think, man? Who's to blame for this situation?
Well, at the end of the day, it's the teacher. She has to be held accountable for that. Even though that child, I mean, that's still a child in the eyes of the law.
Yeah, she can't even drink.
Yeah, 16. So, and then for you to be, I believe he was put on. Was it Snapchat? Was it something that they video was on Snapchat?
It was on social. It was some
It was on social media. See, here we go again.
Yep,
being reckless. These youngsters, that everything has to be on social media, and even if it wasn't, it's still bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I guess in this case, it was good that it was on social media because it was found out about because someone posted it. But yeah, I mean, she has to be held accountable for that. You know, this thing is that young man is he's gonna look at sex totally different. I mean, I know we, like you said, Brenton, we do as guys, you know, you get some, you bump we look at, oh, you the man.
Yeah.
But that has totally changed your whole mindset on
That's
sex, your activity with a woman.
That's
so that you've damaged that young man. So yeah, she should be held to the highest extent of the law, just like if it was a man with a 16 underage girl, because you know they're gonna throw a man under the bus, so she should be threw under the
Big
bus
time.
too.
Yep. All right, Devin, what you got?
And she's wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it was my 16 or younger, 14, 15, 16-year-old son, you know, while he bragging and, you know what I'm saying, and high-fiving his homeboys, I'm swinging at him because I'm also telling him he knows better. Because I don't know, well, y'all do know as men, but if y'all look at some of these little 15, 16-year-old boys today, and people say that about women, some of them look like old men with these beards and stuff they have or whatever, and it don't take much to be a substitute teacher. I think I mentioned you just got to have a couple credits, 2, 3, and be willing to show up.
Right.
And they don't know if she was mentally capable. She ain't went through no job interview. She probably just was up there to pick up her niece and nephew, and they were like, "What you doing all day?" And then now she's subbing. You know what I'm saying? She's subbing the class, but unfortunately, she just had to learn that it's still against the law. You know what I'm saying? I would have been upset if it was my underage, you know, son, and I don't know if y'all agree, but I just think that a 16-year-old boy is like a 12-year-old girl, and she should have known better.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, the way these double standards are set up.
And if it was the other way around, man, they could have come after him.
Yeah, they've been on Good Morning America all
over the place.
It's just not okay, and that boy needs to know that he shouldn't be bragging about that, and you know what I'm saying, showing out like he is with his homeboys.
Right, yeah, that ain't gonna never happen. All right, Black, I know you got something special for him.
Well, I just wish I agreed with y'all, but I'm a work in progress.
Do you ever agree with us, Black?
I do. I do. Through this show, I've agreed on many occasions. I'm admitting that my thinking is flawed, but I'm a chauvinist and a sexist. And I'm working on myself.
At least you know it. I'm just
hey, that's the first thing to rehab. Just admit that you got a
problem. I'm working on it. I'm trying to come up into that line of thinking. I just can't have a problem with it per se. To be honest with you, that I wish there was teachers like that when I was 15 and 16. But you know, having said that, you know, I just don't, you know, we already mentioned the blame is the school system for, you know, the being in that position. Having said that, I remember finding pictures in my son's phone at 15. His dick was bigger than mine. So, you know, God bless you, son. And
we've had enough Dickology tonight.
So if he was able, I feel like maybe had he slept with a teacher, he wouldn't have went the other way. So God bless you, son. Young man, look, and they all live on social media and whatnot. So I'm working on myself, y'all. So I just don't have a problem with it.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
You know,
I'm not fooling with you, boy.
You know what, man?
Okay, yes, sir. Please, listen. Don't. Thank you. And don't even refill, please. Good Lord. All right, I ain't got nothing else to say about this guy. Black just, Black want to give a congressional medal of honor right now. You know what I'm saying? Did you teach the boy something, young lady?
But she wasn't that good looking though, Black. I don't know if you saw the picture. It don't matter.
I tried to start my son out with ugly women. That's how you learn. Find the ugliest woman you can find.
Taylor, go to the next. Please. I'm not fooling with y'all.
That's how I was taught. Well, that's how I was raised.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So listen now. Listen now. I'm going all the way to the other side of the street on this one now.
Yeah. Across the street.
Yeah. Let's see how this work out. So listen, CNN has a producer. I don't know if he slept with a substitute teacher, but good Lord, this joker is sick.
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, this dude is sick.
So this dude produced Chris Cuomo's was show, you know what I'm saying? And they both all of them gone. So I guess, man, it's just crazy how corruption just hangs out with each other. So this guy, I don't even want to give you his name, but this dude, man, he like brought kids as young as 7 to an undisclosed location, whether it be a hotel or one of his places. And and listen, y'all, sometimes the parents went with the kids. And his job, he wanted to teach the kids how to have intercourse correctly. Now, I'm I'm gonna just say it like this. This dude, he gonna have a hard time, you know what I'm saying, wherever he gonna be at. Because you just don't do that kind of stuff. And the reality is that the parents are just as sick, man. I do understand why we try to fix things around here, because I remember there was a time in this country where if they deemed you to be unfit or that you had some type of mental disorder, they would go ahead and just stop you from having babies. Like they would give you vasectomies and even for the women, they would stop them from being able to reproduce. Devin, this guy is pretty sick, man. I don't know how low can you get after this one.
I don't know. I said a long time ago that I was trying to start a petition that all the child predators and the pedophiles should, we should be able to use Alcatraz for them, because I just don't think people like that can be. I mean, you can't fix that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, and I don't even think it's always about sex, actually. I'm saying, so you can cut off their genitals, and I think they would still find a way to violate and hurt, children. There's no rehabilitating these individuals. You know what I'm saying? So he should, and why even waste like tax dollars on people like that? Just put all their asses in a gas chamber and let's just be through with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm over it. He's garbage. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to say, that he and his wife, he and his wife were having problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before all this happened. But I think all that was said by probably her attorney just to separate her from it, by saying while all this was happening, they were having troubles and she moved on. You know what I'm saying? And not that she necessarily knew, but I feel like they're just trying to separate her from the issue so that she wouldn't be put in place and be held responsible for anything she may have known. But I just think he's garbage. Just throw him in the gas chamber. When they put the dogs in there to euthanize him, just throw his ass in there with him.
Just throw a little extra gas on.
Not put him in the cell with DVD and he can play with him all day or night or whatever.
I'm convinced you're not drinking whatever's in that bottle. I'm literally convinced. Black, is he a sycophant?
he's sick, just sick in general. When you mess with elderly, my pet peeves are, little children, elderly, and cruelty to even animals. And I'm not even an animal lover per se, but I include them as well because that is, to me, an indicator that you have way deeper issues. Because these is the most innocent of the innocent. You know what I mean? But the fact that you mentioned that the parents were involved in this, it makes me think about any cases that I've heard, whatever you want to think of Michael Jackson or Kelly or whatever. If the parents are involved, then they should be held just as liable. Just as liable. So, I agree with Devin 1,000% that 7-year-old kids and you're introducing them to stuff like that, on purpose and whatever your reasons are, that's not valid. But then if the parents are involved in this too, because I'm not familiar with the story, to be honest with you, but what is the justification, that the parents, I guess I would like to know from the story, what is the racial demographic here?
Yeah, they
of
definitely
the
somewhere
parents that
low
were
IQ.
involved in this. And that's not to say that I believe that African Americans we've gone down a rabbit hole so deep now as a country to what's decent anymore until I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, because our children are walking around with computers in their hand with porn at ready, and old-fashioned parenting is going away. And all of the barometers are taking away from them now so they can see anything, they have access to anything. And we've taken religion and discipline out of schools and all of these things. And we have put our children in a position to where they're at the mercy of these pedophiles and sick people.
Yep. Brother Kenny, you want to add something to this, man?
I mean, I'm sure you guys hit it on the head. I mean, my thing is, it's a sick story. I mean, you got these guys in high places doing this, and this particular gentleman, and I say gentleman loosely, supposedly he and his wife had separated, and then they were back and forth, and he was on some sort of website and having parents bring their daughters to go to some sort of class, sex class, and this and that. I'm like, this is disgusting. And to be a person that's in a news organization, what that you see these stories every day, and you doing this. I'm like, man, you just never know. You just never know people.
Yeah,
real talk, you just never know.
Yep.
And nothing surprises me anymore at all.
It reminded me of the Larry Nassar case when we just talked about how can people do these kind of things, because those people overlooked that man because their child was a part of American gymnasts,
right?
And that shouldn't mean anything, but it does. And at the same time, you just have to, I don't know, man. When you take the time and keep thinking about all the jacked up stuff in this world, I mean, man, you sit on it long enough, man, you're gonna feel like you're in a wasteland. So I'll just say this, man. I hope justice is served as it relates to this man. I also hope that the parents that willfully allowed this to happen, they receive the same charges, bro.
I agree.
So
totally agree.
Yep. All right, what we got next, man? Ron DeSantis. I call him Rerun. Re stands for retard. Retard Ron wants to, and this is what happened when you got people with this kind of sense running states. So now he wants to give people the opportunity to sue schools if they decide to teach a CRT. I ain't getting into that no more, but I'm just, I don't know what is more bothersome. Like, y'all want to? Okay, no, don't say that. I'm glad I caught that.
Say it. No,
I
say
don't
it.
know. I don't say it. But I'm this is the reality. It seems like the more power people have, it's the more sick they get. It's like, why would you guys? What would you want to give people the power to do that for? Just because of information?
And the truth is
Right.
information that's truthful.
Right. Yeah. This is what bothers you that people need to. I mean, y'all have no problem. Y'all don't even allow people to sue and to prosecute these pedophiles like y'all do. Y'all want somebody to do about this CRT.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the deal, y'all? I mean, I know what the deal is, but I'm just saying, it is what it is. I just wanted to make mention of it because how stupid it was, for the simple fact that you that mad that a school wants to just teach just basic history about what's going on in this country, and now you want to give dummies the opportunity to sue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, bro. So,
well, what's the way? I mean, and that's another waste of legislation. Here we are with government doing some wasteful stuff again. That this the white guilt complex.
Yep.
That's all it is. Now you want to put another thing in there because you want everybody to be kumbaya. Can we all just get along? Man. But we ain't gonna teach the truth. Stop it. Now, I mean, y'all can feel guilty if you want, but the truth is the truth, and it don't need no legs to stand on. Yes, so now you want to introduce some wasteful legislation where people can sue because they teaching your kids the truth. That's some dysfunction right there. I was getting ready to cuss. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad because doggone Devin and Black do enough of that for all of us. But I was about to cuss, but that's some dysfunction. Yeah, man. So I don't get it. But anyway, I'm done. Let me get back to my red cup. I'm cool.
All right, bro. Yeah. So, I mean, that's Ron. Y'all want to speak on this? Or y'all just gonna let it alone? All right. Yeah. It's not even worth talking that much about because it's just foolery at its best. Mm-hmm. I really don't see this country getting no better in our lifetime. So it may do it someday later on down the road, maybe when my great grandchildren. But who knows?
Hopefully for my grandbaby, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, so here's the best part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Lee Black, holler at him for a second. And his topic today is scratch that itch. No, I'm just playing. No, it ain't blind justice. It was scratch that lie.
No, scratch a lie.
Scratch a lie.
What Britt says, scratch that itch. Okay.
I know, man. Scratch off. I don't know what it is.
And I can make a point of that too.
Yes, I bet you could.
But I declined to say something about the Ron story because ironically it feeds into what I want to talk about here. Yes, we've heard the expression scratch a lie, and it was famously quoted in the movie Ray, with Jamie Foxx. If you know the movie, and he says, well, scratch a lie and you'll find a thief.
Gotcha.
And so integral to what we've been talking about on this show, whether it's critical race theory, the Buy Back Better plan, and all of the sick things that go on. And you mentioned just a moment ago, Brother Brenton, about feeling if we ever going to get on track as a country. Do you guys realize, this is a call to wake up for us. Do you guys realize how close we are to an actual civil war here in 2022? We're almost on the anniversary of the January 6th insurrection. And the CIA advisory panel just did a study, and they came out and they talked about their concerns for the 2024 election. Yeah. That 55% of Democrats see voter suppression as the biggest threat to our U.S. elections, while 3 out of 4 Republicans view Biden's win as fraudulent. And these people are poised to act up again. When you think about a civil war, there's 3 stages of it. The pre-insurgency stage, the incident conflict, and open conflict. We just had the open conflict on January 6th. We're poised to repeat that in a way that people just aren't being prepared for. We've saw an exponential growth in militia groups, hate groups, like we've never seen under the previous administration. And it didn't stop just because he left office. From the KKK to the Proud Boys to the Oath Keepers, those numbers are growing. In 2020, 17 million Americans bought 40 million guns. In 2021, they added an additional 20 million guns. And America's massive and mostly Republican guns rights movement is leading these people to the next stage of a civil war, because of this big lie that's been told and how they view the current government. So what are they trying to steal, folks? Well, you know what they're really trying to steal? And I'm going to wrap it up quick. They're trying to steal voter confidence. They're trying to steal local and state elections. They've already stolen what we consider the Supreme Court because they've stacked the court system to change how we actually live our lives.
Yep.
And what they're interested in stealing is democracy itself. Right here in Georgia, if I can name names, David Perdue, Kelly Loeffler, and some of the others, there was, some 28 state legislators and 7 House members that was instrumental in trying to overturn the election right here in Georgia to try to influence decisions that affect us every day. So when you think about the expression, scratch a lie and find a thief, these people are real. And we're being distracted by everything going on around us. Omicron, natural disasters, and other reports. Where is the coverage that they gave Donald Trump day in and day out to this? And we're on the anniversary of this. So I'm asking people to wake up, open your eyes. We're in a position right now where we're facing civil war in a way that we've never seen it. And I'm not sitting here advocating that I have the answers, but I can tell you this. Shows like this where we're talking about it, where we're trying to make you wake up and open your eyes, and where they didn't consider this man dangerous before, he's more dangerous now and in 2024 than he ever was. You know what I'm saying? And so we live in a country now, we talked about the Kardashians, where a former reality person is at the helm of making decisions that could change our very democracy.
Yep.
So scratching a lie, we've opened up the Pandora's box to thieves that's taken away how we live our lives. And folks, this is not a black issue, a white issue. This is about freedom. Wake up.
Lawrence Fishburne couldn't say it any better, sir. My goodness.
Well said, my brother. Well
Yes, sir.
said.
Well, y'all, that has been a fantastic show this Monday. I am excited and I am appreciative of all these outspoken black people. I tell you, and they say it so well. I just so appreciate it. But it is now time for final thoughts. And so I want to start with Miss Devin. Miss Devin, what is your final thought this morning?
As I'm sitting here drinking my green tea, I was just, thinking.
She keep emphasizing that green tea, don't she?
I swear it's green tea. I was thinking about a lot of the topics that we've done and how a lot of people tend to be like copycats. You know what I'm saying? Like we were mentioning, you could be gay and you could be a hoe and do a sex tape. And then I think the rerun that we were just mentioning, I think he's also a copycat because I think a lot of people loved how when Trump was just so out there, you know what I'm saying, and almost rebellious, and he say something stupid and people I think people bring up the critical race theory and say they don't want to talk about the critical race theory, but all it does is make people curious about the critical race theory, and then it just kind of spirals on when if no one talked about it, then no one would talk about it. And then the bill he's trying to put in place or the policies won't even affect young children. It affects older children. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even something real. He's just saying it for shock value so that the people that are the Trump supporter like individuals can get all excited because he's another person who's rebellious. And he's doing this because he's trying to get the attention and gain the trust and the following of a certain group of individuals. It's all just fake. You know what I'm saying? I just need people to do what I've been doing, which is kind of do your research, form your own opinion, and think of the right way to do things. We all can't be Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? We all can't be talking about our WAP and then graduating from such and such because we don't have the money, power, or influence to do anything like that. You're going to be talking about your WAP and you just going to have some raggedy WAP and nobody going to give it to you later because no man wants to claim that. So try to do things the right way and not do things the wrong way. And you know what I'm saying? And just don't be a Trump supporter. Get some common sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think people are stupid. You know, and use your brain. Don't use your booty. Don't use, you know what I'm saying? Use something productive in life. That's it.
Yes. And that was sponsored by Green Tea.
Your life. Your leaf.
Scratch a lie. Kenny, what's your final thought, boss?
The raggedy wop got me, Devin. The raggedy wop got me. And I ain't trying to get no raggedy wop. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
It's the truth, though. Y'all know it. Y'all don't want some more used up wop. That's right.
Brenton looking at us like, man, I'm going to have to get these dudes off this show.
No.
Go ahead. My final thoughts is holidays, and I'm spelling this HOLIDAZE. Do not become holidays, because my sister Devin and my brother Black, we were talking before we came on. It's like, it's Christmas time. Everybody trying to figure out what they're going to do, who going to get this. I need to buy this. Do not fall for the holidays trap, the HOLIDAZE, because it will leave you and your pocketbook in a daze. Don't fall for it. Spend some time. Give that quality time to the people that you want to give it to, because some of it don't deserve it, even if it is your family. So I want everybody to enjoy their holidays, and also happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa starts after the Christmas day. It's the 26th, and it's Capricorn season. Hey. I gotta say that because there's 3 Capricornians sitting on this panel.
Yes,
that
sir.
Brother at the top, that brother at the bottom, and this brother right here talking to you. You know what makes us the GOAT? Because we end the year and we begin it as well. So welcome to the GOAT Show.
Yeah.
Those are my final thoughts.
We're here to balance y'all ass.
That's funny. Yes,
those are my final thoughts. I'm done.
Yeah. All right, Black, hit him with your best shot.
Kind of
like not the one you're drinking.
No. I'm on vacation.
Congratulations.
It's holiday season, kind of like Brother Kenny. Look, this is a time where we're supposed to be thankful. We just had Thanksgiving for what we have, and we're supposed to be in a spirit of giving, and supposed to be a time of reflection on family. I want, being that this is the last show, I think, before we head into the new year, I want my hope and final thought is for the viewers of this show to think about what's important to you, and hold that sacred. Take this time as we head into a new year to think about where you're at and how you're ending your year. And while I don't advocate New Year's resolutions, my final thought is hope that use this time to educate yourselves on things that matter. And while this show is politically driven, we have fun and we talk about real life things. I want people to get involved more. The news is designed to mislead us on so many levels, and there's so many things that distract us. I challenge everybody to pick through the nonsense, the effort. I'm not going to curse, the foolishness and effery, and to figure out what you can do individually to play your part and to waking somebody else up, because collectively, we as a people, we've got to do better. And I don't want to bring anybody down with this, but we can't depend on the politicians to do it for us. We've got to band together as individuals and have these conversations where we can laugh and disagree, but at the end of the day, find a way to where we can figure out some solutions, even if it's just now talking about it, making other people aware about it. So don't be selfish. Talk to somebody. Share these views and this show with somebody who need to hear this, because not everybody follows politics and watches the news, and you can get it right here in a way that I hope is palatable to you and delivered in a way that you can appreciate it, whether you agree with it or not. But I hope that we're opening your eyes. With that, have a safe and happy holiday season.
Yes, thank y'all so much. So before I share my final thought, I just want to ask the family, give us one holiday tip, either a do or a do not. If you had a Christmas party, what is it, either a do or a do not, if you hosting a Christmas party? I got somebody else sneaking on in there. Kenny, what's a do or a do not if you had a Christmas party?
Don't bring me no funky ass fruitcake. Don't bring me no funk. Don't bring me no funky ass fruitcake.
You want to go find that in Corsicana, so. All right, that's a don't. Devin, you got a do or a do not if you coming to your Christmas party?
Do not drink too much at the work Christmas party because you still have to show up the next day in front of these folks.
I'm telling you. And if you do show up like that, they may find out how you got that promotion. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
I'm truly at a loss, man.
You at a loss?
Truly at a loss.
Okay.
Not Lee Black.
What?
Because I can't
What?
think of a Christmas party what you should do or don't. I'm truly at a loss here.
Well, I'll give Lee due. I always play R. Kelly's Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Instead of the 12 days of Christmas, 12 plays of Christmas. Okay. Well, I will say this for all those that celebrate Christmas and Kwanzaa, and I mean, you just keep scooting on in here. All right.
Okay.
You know, it's all good. So I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to enjoy your family. Don't break yourself, right? That's not important. That is the worst thing you want to do, especially in this economy, because that rent coming up, 7 days later. So y'all be careful about all that, man.
And my born day is coming up too.
Yes,
so
sir.
Y'all say your pennies for my born day.
Yeah,
Come on.
listen, we better not be on the show on my birthday because I better see a whole bunch of stickers come up in this piece. So anyway, here's my final thought, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever seen somebody slap the taste out of somebody's mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, or have you done slapped the taste out of somebody's mouth?
No, I haven't. I've seen it in my family reunion.
All right. Well, I want to let y'all know here's a do not in the Christmas party, because you might get the taste slapped out your mouth. Number one, don't have no horn and stop bothering people while they sleep because you just never know what they're dreaming about.
Hey, I can't even be mad at homeboy for that. Hey, she played too much. I can't even be mad at him.
He had that coming. He should have He should have hit it one more time.
Listen, if equal rights was a person, I'm telling you, she was laid out. I think they still counting.
Yeah.
She took one of them Tyrone Woodleys.
She look like Nate Robinson. She look like Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, listen, people out there slapping the taste out of folks, man. I think she got coronavirus after she got up there. Listen, y'all, that's Black, that's Kenny, and that's Devin, and I'm Mr. Haynes, and I guess this is Deacon whenever he keeps typing in, man. We'll see y'all on Monday. Merry Christmas and happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas. Peace.
Peace.